A ruthless drug lord wreaks havoc on the streets of Boston.
Hank LaSoir. Got tons of ties to the drug world.
To take him down, a neurotic FBI agent is paired with an ill-tempered Boston cop.
Hey, look who's here! Right into my mouth, Run, she's crazy!
This mismatched pair must learn to get along to stop a criminal in the heat.
Hi, I'm Aaron.
I'm David.
And I'm Leah, and we're here to discuss the new Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy film, The Heat. We've all just seen it. Who wants to start?
I really think that the dynamic between these two actresses was hilarious. You have Chernin, Melissa McCarthy's character, who's completely out of control and a total slob, and then you have Sandra Bullock's character, Sarah, who's anal retentive and totally high-strung.
Sarah Ashburn, are you about to be interrogated by an officer?
I am an officer, and that's my perp.
Could you just close the door on the way out?
I'll shut the door on you. Will you lay down here, put your head in the door, and I'll slam it about 157,000 times.
Oh, girl, you better run.
So our screenwriter is Katie Dippold, who has worked on Mad TV and written a couple Parks and Rec episodes. So coming into it, I thought, you know, she's done some good things. Hopefully this will be a good script. It's her first feature film, and it really shows. It's not strong. The premise ends up feeling so contrived to me that it's like a poor mixture of Starsky and Hutch and Miscongeniality. Two movies that could work if they had crafted a little bit of finesse in the script, but it just didn't end up working.
You could have told this entire story without Sandra Bullock's character.
Her character, Sandra Bullock's character, Sarah, has a character arc. At the beginning, she's so high-strung, her career isn't going anywhere, and she actually learns from Shannon, Melissa McCarthy's character, how to be more of a street cop.
Bullock's performance in this film was the bastardized version of the Miscongeniality character. And consequently, because I believe that the character is not well written, the character is not rooted in any kind of emotionality, you just don't care about her.
They're so by the numbers. There's nothing new and exciting about this. The third act was actually a little fun, though. It did lighten up. It became unexpected. We had twists and things like that.
I appreciate the fact that we have female buddy cops here. The problem here is that Paul Feig and Katie Dippold don't have a perspective on what it means to be female cops, and they're not mining the depths of what it means to put these two opposites together and play off of that. Instead, they just say, well, what do action heroes do? We'll just make the girls do the same thing that the boys do. We'll have them throw punches, and we'll have them like big guns, and so consequently, what you have is an unintelligent film where girls are acting like boys.
I was sitting next to the two of you during this movie. You were both laughing.
And I can tell you specifically which moments I was laughing
So can
at.
I. And
Okay.
Just because you laugh 4 or 5 times in a movie doesn't mean that it's a good comedy.
Well, what I'm saying is that you guys are missing something. It's a comedy. It's funny.
It was not funny. That movie was not
I'm sorry.
funny.
I laughed from beginning to end.
All of the humor in this film, as far as I'm concerned, emanates from Melissa McCarthy's performance.
I will agree that, 1, this is a story we've seen 1,000 times before. 2, I'd like to see Melissa McCarthy do something different.
For me, Melissa McCarthy is probably the best element of the film, and what we have going on here is fat girl humor. And you know what? That's okay. Clearly she's okay and she's comfortable with it because she does it repeatedly.
In everything she works
She
on.
does it in Saturday Night Live, she does it in her feature films, and I think that we should be okay about laughing at that broad physical comedy.
I don't think there was anything visually unique about the way that the story was told. I would have liked to have seen some more visual uniqueness, and I don't think that Paul Feig did anything to make this unique and special.
I did like that you have this Shannon cop character who comes in and she's the terror of all the male cops in the police
Clearly,
station.
everyone's very frightened
of her, and I thought that was interesting. And so we get to see Biff from Back to the Future in here. We have Marlon Wayans, who is in this role, and we're not really sure why he's here.
No. Michael Rappaport and Bill Burr are in it?
You know, Michael Rappaport, who has a truncated part.
I like them. They were funny. Him and Bill Burr, her family.
And I thought Shannon's family was the most wonderfully dysfunctional family I've seen. Jane Curtin as the mom. I thought
that I enjoyed.
Right, that whole scene with the family was really funny.
Are you a boy or a girl?
It's a fair question. I'm female.
No kidding.
All woman.
From the get-go? No operation?
How you get that close to shave on your face?
There was raised stakes in that her brother, who ironically enough she put in jail for his own protection, he just gets out of jail and immediately gets tied up with this drug lord that both Shannon and Sarah are trying to bring down. So there was that raised stakes for me in that she has to try to protect her brother.
What a coincidence.
No, it wasn't a coincidence because he kind of had some tie to it before he went into prison.
It's an action comedy I've seen 1,000,000 times before. It was like every Melissa McCarthy role now in this movie, and then Sandra Bullock with a sort of subdued miscongeniality role in this movie, and that's it.
Can you see this at home? Sure. Is it gonna be as funny? No. You wanna go to the theater with your friends, grab a big bucket of popcorn, and see it.
Melissa McCarthy gives a laugh-out-loud performance at times, and she's really the only reason to see this movie. Otherwise, the heat lacks fire. Stream it.
I'm sorry to say that The Heat is a mostly unfunny comedy, and I know that there are funnier comedies out in the theaters now, so I say skip it.
Our votes add up to 1.5 tickets, which is a stream it for The Heat.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I do not approve.
Quiet you.
You've got...
Be specific.
I'm getting there, Freedman. Chill out.
Okay, Fink.
You've got
you just step out of the way.
I know, really. He just took a swipe at you. Okay, go ahead.
Support for Just Seen It comes from Acorn Media, distributors of Midsummer Murders, a hit detective series set in a quaint British village. Now on DVD. More information is available at acornonline.com/PTV.